Hey everyone, Caffeine Man here today. I got the new C4, well, relatively new C4 Jolly Ranchers peach flavor. Very excited to be going over this one with you guys. Coming right up. Hello again everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. And in today's video, I got the new, somewhat new, C4 Jolly Ranchers peach flavor. I've heard nothing but good things about this, and if you didn't know, I am a huge fan of the peach flavor, also a fan of candy flavors. Peach Jolly Ranchers, I don't even know if I've had a peach Jolly Rancher. I've had a couple of different Jolly Rancher candies. Wasn't really my candy of choice, and they originally came out with 3 flavors, and now this is another one after that. But apparently the stores near me, they just don't get new drinks. They just don't get new drinks at my store. So a big shout out and thank you goes to Energy Drink City. Yes, if you haven't heard yet, I've been talking a lot about them. Energy Drink City is a great place to go and get single cans, and even better than that is you can mix and match your own variety packs. You can do 4, you can do 8, you can do 12. The more you do, the better the price. And for my very first conversation with them, they actually sent me a complimentary box in order to tell people about them. So they sent me a box in exchange for an honest review. And in that box, I chose this C4 Peach because I hadn't seen it everywhere. So definitely be sure to check out Energy Drink City. They have tons of drinks, and they only are increasing the brands they're working with because everyone's starting to hear about this and all the companies want to work with them. And on top of all that, you can actually save 10% off when you use coupon code Caffeine Man. Let's take a look at this can. And here's the can. And all the C4 cans look very similar. They are now well known for having that bright yellow color on there. They also have the color of whatever the drink flavor is. It used to be shorter. They used to be more of like a 1/2 inch. Now they're really putting it more of like 1.5 inches to 2 inches with a slant to it. Gives it a little bit more room to put the brand name collab up here, the Jolly Rancher logo. And to spice things up, they're even starting to put some graphics on the side. They got a whole bunch of Jolly Ranchers here. Very interesting because some of the other flavors, like when they had the Starburst, they had Starburst on the side, but then they got rid of the Starburst license and now they just have these weird looking candies on the side that look nothing like Starburst. If they end up not having the Jolly Rancher license and then switches over to some other peach flavor. But the better plan is to just keep paying for the license, keep making these delicious drinks. Is this one delicious? We are about to find out. 200 milligrams of caffeine, does have beta alanine in it for all of you who get the beta tingles. Several other pre-workout ingredients as well as focus. If you want to know everything about this drink, you can check out that video right there. It's a bit of an older one, but I go over all the ingredients in the drink. Let's taste it out. Clear color. Do a little sniff test. Ooh, yeah. Peachy. Not super strong peach, but also has a little bit of that candy feel to it. So it's not like you're biting into a peach kind of smell, but similar. But yeah, definitely has a peach vibe to it. Oop, oh, can't say that. That's a different company. Peach vibe. Ooh, let's taste it out. Go back in from the can, how all of you usually drink it, and me, except the reviews. So for your carbonation, you're getting a medium to high carbonation, a touch closer to medium. I think that they might have gone a touch lower on the carbonation just in order to give you that smooth candy vibe. I mean, when you have a Jolly Rancher, you put it in your mouth, it's a hard candy with the warm saliva in your mouth starts to break it down. It has a very smooth feel to it. as well as a slightly lighter flavor than some candies. Some of the candies like Nerds and Skittles and stuff, you usually get a pretty strong, potent flavor. The Jolly Ranchers slowly break down in your mouth, and the saliva tends to water it down a little bit. For your sweetness, you are getting a high amount of sweetness. It is a candy, so they are putting enough candy in there. And for your flavor profile, I am also going to say it's a high flavor profile, and I think they did a really good job with it, but I was a little bit surprised. I was expecting a little bit more potency in that peach. I really expected the peach to hit you hard. And even though I'm saying it's a high flavor profile, I think that it's because it is a super solid flavor, and it is also light and refreshing, which is sort of like a flavor. You can have something that's overly potent, but you can also have something light and refreshing, and I think light and refreshing also takes into consideration its flavor profile. So I'm making sure I separate those things out for you because it's definitely light and refreshing, but the peach could just be a touch stronger. I was expecting something like really on the Caffeine Man rating chart, punch in the face, peach flavor, but they didn't do that. They went with light and refreshing, and although I was surprised by that, I'm not overly upset by it. I can understand the lighter flavor because it is Jolly Rancher and it is lighter than other candies, as already previously mentioned. But for some reason, I just seem to think that a lot of the C4s that I've been having lately have been a bit lighter in flavor. Whether they're trying to go light and refreshing with their drinks or they're just toning them down a little bit for some reason, I really would start to like to see a little bit more potency out of their drinks. Ever since my very first review with them, I loved their drinks because they were strong and potent. I was even sponsored by them for a while because I love the drinks so much, but I have to say, ever since they were bought by Keurig Dr. Pepper, the drinks have seemed to change a little bit. But that being said, they still have some great, amazing flavors. The Jolly Rancher, all of them are still great, super solid, amazing flavors. Love the Hawaiian Punch they came out with, but besides those, none of them seem to be all that memorable. Let's go in again to see if I missed anything about the Jolly Rancher Peach. Yeah, it's really good. I mean, anyone that drinks energy drinks or drinks in general, I think would find this light and refreshing, good for a summer day, good for a winter cuddle with your significant other, and overall, just a really overall great flavor. Let's go ahead and take a look at that Caffeine Man rating chart, that super competitive peach chart. My goodness, look at all those peach flavors. Peach is a staple in a lot of lines, and C4 Smart Energy did an amazing job with their peach mango flavor, one of my top rated peach mangoes, I think. Let me look again. Oh yeah, yep, it's way up there. It is way up there. It was only recently that it got beat out by a couple other peach flavors. This one definitely isn't as strong as those, and the Caffeine Man rating chart is based on flavor alone. So given that it's not as potent as a lot of those up there, it is going to be a little bit lower. But like I said, I am taking into consideration that it is light and refreshing and that it is a super solid flavor. So I am actually going to give this a solid 9.0. Yes, it is in the 9 category because it is a great flavor. If they decided to bump up that potency of the flavor, it would definitely be going up the list a little bit higher, but I can understand what they were doing. They were trying to make it accurate to the Jolly Rancher candy, so they toned it down a little bit. Because it tastes like the candy and it's a solid flavor, it's getting a 9.0. If you guys want to see my original video way back in the day, you can check out that video right there where I drank 9 energy drinks in one video. It's true, I did it. Check it out. If you're curious about any of the other C4 energy drinks, I'll put my entire playlist of all the C4 energy drinks right there. I'm sure there's one of them you haven't seen yet. Click on that playlist to find one you haven't seen. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, have yourselves a great day. Or night.